Uh, yeah. So, all right, everyone. I guess we right. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another exciting Python live session. I hope you all are doing great and staying consistent with your coding practice. In the last live session, we successfully solved problems up to problem number 30 in our series 100 Python fundamental practice problems. And today we are going to continue from problem number 31 onwards. So, if you have been following along, amazing job. I really appreciate it. And if you're joining today, so no worries, you can still jump and start learning with us. So you are never late. Okay. Now, those who have just started means joined today. So for them, I'll just again repeat it that this series is focused on one main goal, that is helping you write clean, efficient Python code. So we are not just solving problems, we are building strong fundamentals, logical thinking, and coding confidence. So um, for every problem, we will follow a simple method. So step one, I'll write the problem statement. Step two, I'll give you time to think and try it yourself. Step three, then we'll solve it together step by step. Okay. So those who are watching my live sessions, they will already get it what I'm talking about. Our motive is not just watch, okay, participate actively. So try to solve the problem before I code and feel free to drop your logic in the chat if you have some different logic. So you can just let me know or whatever you're thinking. Okay. So if you want to improve in Python, consistency is the key, guys. Okay. So even solving two, three problems daily can make a huge difference in your coding skills over time. So I'll just try and I'll just at last I'll say just if this series is helping you, make sure you share the live session with your friends, especially those who are learning Python or struggling with fundamentals. So let's just grow together. Okay. So all right, open your editor, guys, focus your mind, and let's begin with problem number 31. Okay. So let's just start it. So here you go. Problem number 31, which is going to be print numbers from 1 to 10. Now, guys, okay, as I have told you that we have divided it in, I have divided it in few sections. So this is going to be the loop section, okay? So problem from 31, okay? Problems from 31 to 50 is in the loop section, okay? So we have put 20 questions in the loop sections. Now, problem number 31 is on your screen, that is to print numbers from 1 to 10. So I'll give you a few seconds, okay? And you're going to write the code in your editor if possible. If not, then you can let me know in the chat also. Or if you're finding difficult to write the whole code in the chat, so then you can just write the logic too. Okay. Suppose what function you're going to use inside the function, what will be the values, this kind of things. Okay. So I can understand that by writing that, only those people can write that things also who actually literally know the problem or have solved the problem earlier before. So they can only mention the logic and write the functions. So open up, guys. Now, To print numbers from 1 to 10, guys, first of all, this is inside the loop section. So it is obvious that we have to use loop. But how you're going to use the loop, that is the most important thing. Okay. So let's say if we have to print numbers from 1 to 10. So first of all, we have to use the loop. Ideally, we can use the for loop. You can go with the while loop also, but for loop will be more easy, as we already know why. Because we are going to use the range function. Now, those who don't know what is range function is a function, is a built-in Python function that is used to generate sequence of numbers, okay? And it currently works, means it actually works with the loops, okay? So you have to just set the range 1 comma 11, and you can just print I, and that's it. You will get numbers from 1 to 10. Now, if you want the numbers horizontally, okay, so then you can make end, okay, like this. So then you'll get the numbers like this. If you want to give space, so you can give space too. So don't need to do any extra effort. Okay, if the problem will be twisted and it will be asked to just print horizontally, so you have to just know that there is an extra parameter in print. By default, this parameter has backslash n, which is actually a escape character for generating a new line. But here, if you want to, means what you say, override it. So yes, there is a provision. You can explicitly use end parameter and you can override it. Okay, override with anything. So you can leave it blank, empty string, so it will give you a horizontal numbers. If you want spaces between the elements, so you can give a space also, so that will also it can happen. Okay, now uh, most people get confused with the range function. I don't know why. It's pretty simple, but because of lack awareness, okay, and they just want to learn everything, so they just know that they just don't go deep that much into the function. So that's why they make a mistake that they they think up like this, that if you're writing 1 to start it from 1, so if you write 10, so it will go till 10. And that is what the place people make mistake, okay? And that is that the end part is exclusive in nature. Now, what do you mean by exclusive? And okay, it means that when you say exclusive, it actually means that that number which you have written, that will be not included. Okay, so if you have written 10, because the question only, problem only demands that print numbers from 1 to 10. So ideally, everyone will use that only 1, 10. Okay, 1 as the starting part, 10 as the end part. But this is what the mistake you are doing. You have to understand how the range function works, and that most people just ignore it. Okay, so that we don't need to do it. So we need to understand that end part of the range function is exclusive in nature. Because of that, whatever you are going to write, suppose if you write 10, so it will not going to give you numbers starting from 1 to 10. It will give you till 9 only. Okay, so that's why if you want to include 10, so you have to write one greater value. So if you have to include 10, you will write 11, 1 plus value. So 10, 11. If you want to go till 12, so you have to write 13. Okay. Or you can just simply do what? Or there is a very simple way to just remember plus 1. So whatever your number is, suppose your number can be n, your range you can already set it in a variable. So then what you will do? Plus 1. Remember, you can use that also plus 1, then also it will be fine, it will work like that only. Okay, with that said, we'll move to the next problem, problem number 32. That will be for print numbers from 10 to 1. Okay, the vice versa of it. Ideally we are going from 1 to 10 in the 31st question. Now we'll go from 10 to 1. Okay, and let's see what will be the approach. Again, everything will be same, only inside the range you have to make the changes. I'll give you a few seconds, try upon it. Okay, give it a try, think about the logic. Now I know those who know it, they will find it, okay sir, this is very easy, I know. But those who are new or those who don't know it, for them it might, they feel that it might be difficult. Okay, So we are here for everyone. So we are going to solve the doubt, and maybe it might happen, no, that you know the range function, but you don't know the extra thing. So it might help you in that also. So please stay focused. There are interesting questions also. You have to just be patient, just like I am. I am also very patient. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So let me just help you in out. Okay. Now it's going to be very easy. I'll just where I just stopped. I stopped at the end part. Okay. Now guys, end part in the range function, inside the range function. So in the previous question, I just talked about the end part. That end part is exclusive in nature. Okay. But this is not enough. Okay. In the range function. So range function actually takes three parameters. Okay. First, the start part, then the end part, okay, and then the step. So these are actually the ranges which you are setting for your range function to generate the sequences. Okay, now I'll elaborate it more. So see, now I'll just giving you an example. So what you have to do, and the last parameter is an index. Oh, my bad, not index. The last part is step. Okay, so step is by default one. Okay, so now I'll show you. If I'll do like this now, you will see you will get again the same thing. But this is not we want. Okay, so what we want? We want numbers from 10 to 1. So first of all, we have to understand we want to go in descending order. Okay, so we'll write, we have to start from 10. So first of all, no doubt, we are starting from 10. Okay, where we have to go till? We have to go till 1. Okay, okay. So let's try this. Let's try doing this. Nothing will be printed. Why? Because you are starting from 10, you are going till 1, but you are incrementing. Okay? See this thing. You are incrementing. Means it is positive 1 and the range is a lower value. Okay? So we are starting from a greater value, you are going to a lower value, but you are incrementing. So 10 plus 1 will be 11. So that is what you are going opposite to your range. Okay? If your destination is towards the right, you're going towards the left. So then what you have to do, you have to think that if you have to go from 10 to 1, so you have to decrement. So then you will do minus 1. Okay. So by default, the step value inside the range function is plus 1. You can override it and you can make it minus 1. Okay. Now let's execute this and let's see. Okay. Now you're getting numbers 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. But wait, 2, why not 1? But the problem demands till 1. So then what to do? Remember what I have told you here, that the end part is exclusive in nature. So what do you mean by that? Again, I'm repeating. See, exclusive means whatever you write that will be not included. So clearly, I've written 1. So that will be not included. So then I want to print till 1. So what should I do now? So what is the lowest value? What is the lower value than 1? 0. So we'll just write what? 0. And now you will get till 1. So 10, 9, 8. Let me just give you one end. So I'll give you a space. So now you can see 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So this is how you print numbers in increment order, in decremental order. Okay. So this is there. With that said, we'll move to the next problem. Problem number 33. Okay. This is going to be to print even numbers. Okay. From 1 to between 1 to 100. Okay. That's nice. So we have to print all the even numbers present between 1 to 100. Okay, guys. Now I'll give you a few seconds. Think upon the logic. Think what you have to do. Focus. Okay. And then use it. Oh, 1 second. I'll give you a small hint also. Okay. Again, you have to use the range function. Okay. Now go ahead. tell me, guys, what is the smallest even number? Anyone? What is the smallest even number? Okay, Bus Bye says hi. Hello, brother. How are you? Thank you for joining the live session. Okay, you were in the yesterday's live session also. I remember your name. Welcome, welcome, Bus Bye. So, guys, okay. What is the smallest even number? Two. Okay, so we are going to use this information. Yes, correct, correct. Two. So we are going to use this information to print even numbers from 1 to 100. How? See, everything is going to be same for I in range. Okay, we'll print I, and let's give an end part also like this. Now, all we need to do is to set the range. That is the most important thing. And what I have told you that the smallest even number, we are going to use that. So 2 is the smallest even number. So we are going to start the range from 2. Okay, from 2, and till what value we have to print the numbers, even numbers? 100. So I have told you that 100 is, if I'll write 100, 100 will be excluded. It means it will be not included. So to include 100, we need to write one greater value. So I'll write 101. Or what you can do, 100 plus 1. You can do that too. Now, okay. Now, guys, tell me if uh, by default the incrementation is 1. So if we'll leave the step as 1, so what will be the output? Okay. Don't execute it. Just tell. So output will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So every number will be printed between 2 to 100. But what we want to do, we want to print the even numbers. Okay. What are even numbers? So the numbers which are multiples of 2 are the even numbers. Okay. So here, if we'll print our numbers as a multiple of 2, so then we can get the even numbers between 1 to 100. And 2 being the lowest, we are starting our range from 2 going till 101, so that 100 should be included, and we will make sure that our step is 2. Okay, so step 2 means what? After 2, skip the first one, means after 2, 2 means in 2, 2 will be added, so 3 will be skipped, 4 will be printed, then in 4, 5 will be skipped, 6 will be printed. So let me execute this now. So now you will see 2, 4, 6, 8, and all the even numbers between 2 to 100 we are getting it. And 1 being the odd number, so we have just excluded 1. And we are starting directly from 2. So 2 is also included, 100 is also included. And in between we are getting all the even numbers. That's so nice, okay, and so simple. Don't need to use any conditional statement, nothing. Just the range function is efficient for that, okay? Muhammad Dalibag 5442 is saying hi to hello brother, welcome to the stream. Sajid Hamid 3063, hi. Hello brother, welcome to the live session. Yeah, Muhammad Dalibag 5042 is asking why I have to put 101 rather than 100. Guy, I just replied to your problem, okay? I knew it that this is going to be the problem. This is a very basic problem. I'll just again repeat it for you, especially. See, this end part, no, okay. Let me just explain you more deeply because you have just asked it. So let me just show you. See, if this is the range function, okay, if this is the range function, so these are its parameters: start, end, and step. Okay, so this range function has three parts: start part, end part, and step part. Okay, how you will deal with that? So you write a range. Let's say you have to print numbers from let's say let's take the same example. You have to print even numbers. Okay, so what you're going to do, you'll write like this. So from where you want to start? So you want to start it from 2. Where you want to go till? You want to go till 100, but 100, the end part is exclusive. Okay, 100, the end part is exclusive in nature by default, okay? And the start part is by default inclusive. So you have to understand this thing. You have to understand the meaning of inclusive and exclusive, okay? Inclusive means that whatever you will write, that will be included, okay? Exclusive means whatever you will write, that will be excluded. Okay, so start part by default is inclusive in nature. So because of that, whatever value you write, it starts from there only. Okay, because the end part is means excluded by default. So whatever you write, that will be not included. Okay, so if you write only 100, by seeing the problem 1 to 100, if you write 100, so 100 will be excluded. Okay, so then what you need to do? So then there are two approaches. Either you take one greater value. When you know exact number, so just take the greater value. But when you don't know the number exactly, so then the simple approach is write the value till what you want to go, suppose 100, and then give plus 1. Okay. So in place of 100, now it can be a variable which have stored some value in it, or it can be some extra object, or it can be a number only. Okay. But it is not fixed. So it can be anything. Plus 1 will by default make it one greater value so that your current number will be included. So this is the simple logic you have to understand. Okay. And if you have understood this, inclusive and exclusive, start is inclusive, end is exclusive, so then it will be simple for you. And then you are left with the step part. By default, the default value of a step is 1. Okay, so by default it is incremented by 1, but you can change it to a decremental manner. You can change the value to 2, 3, 4, 5. If you'll increase the step, so it will basically consider that many skips between the next number. Okay, so let's say I have increased the step to 2 here. So what did just that, it just basically skip 3. So after 2 there should be 3, but because we have given the step 2, so it skips 3 and it prints the second number. Okay, so it will always print the second number. From your current number, it will print the second number. So if 2 is there, so it is going to print 4. Because 4 after 2, 4 is the second number from 2. Okay, then from 4, now 4 is the current number, suppose. 4 is the current number. So then the second number from 4 will be 6. Because first number will be 5, second number will be 6. So then 6. After 6, the second number is 8, then 10, then 12, and this is how you get all the even numbers. Okay. Okay, now, guys, let's move forward. Problem number 34. That is, I hope you have understood. I hope you have understood, brother Muhammad Dilbag. Now, problem number 34. Print odd numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, okay. Now, this is a very similar question to the previous one. So, guys, I want now that you guys can do this problem. Okay, so I'll give you a few seconds. Now, this is going to be very easy. So I'm giving you a few seconds. Just try it. Okay. Think think upon it. Take the help of the previous problem. Okay. This is the previous problem. Take the help from this. And I am sure if you'll give a few seconds to you, okay, just by writing the code, okay, so you can do it. Okay. Till then, Muhammad like says saying so means if I'll put 5 in a step, so it will skip 4 numbers and it is going to print the 5 number. Yeah, correct, brother. It is going to skip 4 numbers, uh, and then it's going to print the fifth one. Yeah, I got your points. Okay, thank you so much. And keep asking, guys. Keep asking. This motivates me. Okay, this makes me realize that okay, you guys are watching. Okay, you guys are continuously being consistent, so it gives me energy to just explain more, go more deeper, to make you understand at the very simpler unit level. Okay, so actually it motivates me, so that's why your guys engagements, your support is very necessary. And most important is the engagement, because I'm not a lifestyle kind of thing. I'm just teaching. Okay, I'm teaching programming, so here I need your response. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, brother. So Okay. Now let's come to the problem 34. Now we have to print odd numbers, guys. Okay. Odd numbers. It's going to be very easy. Same thing. Okay. Uh, if you guys have permission, so I'll just copy the code. Okay. And I'll just paste it because it's just going to be that much easy that you can just paste it. Only one change, guys. Only one change. And that change is what? Okay. Anyone try make any guesses? I will just do one change to the previous code and it will print odd numbers. Okay, let me try and help you. Okay, the one change is instead of two guys, I'll just give one. Okay, so in the start part, okay, I got one reply. Okay, I got one reply. We'll start from one and step will be two. Sajid Hamid, 3063. Well done, brother. Well done. Very nice. Okay, very good. Okay, just too good. Correct, correct. If number is divisible to 2, then it will be even, else odd. Okay, okay. Muhammad Dilbeg, yeah, correct, brother. You are also correct. But here, the approach you said is all about the conditional statement, but we are not using the conditional statement, okay? But your kind of approach is also fine. We can use that. But here we are going to just do a little one change, okay? Because the approach you said no, in that we have to do couple of changes. Here, what we'll do, okay, understand, instead of 2 we are previously starting from 2, now we'll start it from 1, and just let me show you. Now you'll get all the odd numbers between 1 to 100, okay, and you can see clearly the output. Now let me explain you to those of you who have not understood what we did. Earlier it was 2, so in 2 if you'll add 2 continuously, so you will get all the even numbers. What is the definition of the odd numbers? The numbers which are not divisible directly by 2, okay, and odd number starts from the smallest unit of odd number is 1. So that's why we have started with 3 also, then also it will do the same work. Okay, if you'll start it from 3 and you will continuously add 2 to it, so you will get all the odd numbers, but the smallest unit of odd number, that is 1, that will be not there. So that's why we need to again have this information with us, that what is the smallest unit of odd number. So 1 is the smallest unit. So we'll fix our range, the starting part, as to 1, and everything will be as it is. Okay. Step will be 2, because if you'll think upon, like, if you'll add 1, okay, if you'll add 2 to 1, you'll get 3. Then if you'll add 3 to 2, okay, so you will get 5. So same thing we are doing it here. We are skipping. Okay. Suppose we are generating numbers directly from 1 to 100, but we are skipping the first number after the current number and we are just printing the second number. So after 1, 2 is the second number, first number that we are skipping, and we are printing 3. And after 3, 4 is the first number and 5 is the second number, so we are printing that. Then 6 is the first number and then 7 is the second number, so we are printing and we are going upon that. Okay, so it's become very easy and very simple. So that is the thing. This is efficient. This is efficient coding. This is efficient programming, efficient way of writing codes. Okay, because it's not like some other programming language. It's Python. It has everything built in. So you need not to do any extra thing. Now, with that said, let's move to the next problem. That is problem number 35, uh, which is going to be what we are going to do. Find the sum of numbers from 1 to n. N will be some value, okay? N will be some value to some extent, okay? So basically, we have to find the sum of numbers from 1 to n. N will be some extent. Let's say n can be 5, n can be 10, okay? But it will be consecutive numbers. Consecutive numbers means that continuous numbers. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the n value is 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the n value is 10, so sum of all the counting numbers from 1 to 10, okay? Like this. So you have to do that. Okay, you have few seconds and just do it, or else I am there. I am going to help you. Okay. Uh, by then you guys are solving the problem number 35. There is one question in the chat that Mohammed uh, Dilbeg says that how can I identify which approach will be better in which environment? Okay, brother, see, whenever the if else approach, okay, I'm talking about the if else approach and the continuous approach using range functions. See, whenever you have to generate numbers in block, even numbers in block, and you have a certain range, okay, I mean, suppose even numbers between 50 to 500, even numbers between 500 to 1000, if you have a certain range and you have to generate even numbers in bulk, okay, so then you can go ahead with the range function. Suppose um and the second example where you have to check for a particular number, okay, where you have to check for a, suppose let's say number is 506, okay, so 506, you want to check that 506 is an even number or odd number. Okay, there could be a problem like that, that take an integer input and then tell that this number is an even number or odd number. So when you have to check for a particular number, okay, when you don't have a range, you have a particular number, so then go for if else statement. Okay, otherwise if you have to generate even numbers in bulk in a certain range, so then there is the range function use with the help of the loops. Okay, um okay, Busby says I plus equals to 1. Okay, I plus equals to 1. Yeah, using while loop. Okay, incremental order, you can increment I and you can create a variable. Okay, you can create a variable called as total and you can just compute the total in that. Okay, so you can follow that approach also. But uh, there is one more easy approach. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, so let's assume or let's take n equals to 5. So n value will be 5. Okay, and problem says that we have to find the sum of numbers from 1 to n. Clearly, this is the problem. So we have print function with us, we have sum function with us, and we have range function with us. So why not to use all these functions together? Okay, so print sum range and give the range n plus 1, and you got the sum. So simple. You can change the range also. Suppose you want to have the sum of consecutive 10 numbers, means numbers starting from 1 to n, and let's change n to 10. So then what? Just change the number, okay? Change the number n equals to 10, and now it will give you the sum of numbers starting from 1 to 10, okay? So what we are doing, if I'll simplify it, okay? Okay, it's not complex, it's very easy. Let me simplify it. Range function. First of all, in the very inside, we have the range function. Work of range function is what? To generate numbers, to generate a sequence of numbers from 1 to that particular range. So 1 to 10. N value is 10. We have done plus 1. So plus 1 will do what? Make 10 inclusive. Okay. So it will generate numbers from 1 to 10. Then the sum function will do what? Sum function has the range now. Sum function has numbers from 1 to 10. So it will just add it. That is the work of the sum function. Okay. So sum function has successfully added it. Then we need to print it. So for printing, we have the print function with us. So print function, then sum function, then the range function, and your job is done. Just in few, I'll say in few characters. Okay. Just in one line you are doing. Okay. the consecutive sums. Otherwise, you have to use a loop, and then you have to again create a variable total. You can use while loop, you can use for loop, and then you can just continuously make sum in the total. So that is also one approach, and that is a very means useful approach. But this is more efficient one. So why not use this? With this, we'll move to the next problem. That is problem number 36. So problem number 36, find factorial. Okay, find factorial of a number. Find factorial of a number. So this is going to be problem number 36. So I'll give you a few seconds, guys. Try upon this problem. Okay. Mohammed Nilwek says that perfect, got it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Second thing, first, can you please also help us that how can understand the given query effectively so we can give answers it more efficiently? Okay. I'm not getting your point, brother, but I feel you want to say that whatever the problems I'm writing, okay, should I explain it more so that you guys can easily give answers or write the codes for that. If this is the meaning what you want to say, please confirm once, okay? Or if I've not understood, so please you can write it one more time so that I can understand. And yeah, then again he says according to the given requirements. Okay, okay, you want it like that. Okay, in some of the problems, if there will be like that, I'll show you, I'll tell you according to the given requirements. But actually, the thing is, no, that these problems are actually one line problems. Okay, so for them, there is no requirements. Okay, you can, it's totally free. It's upon you. Means I can give you, but it's like you have to do your own because see, just like in the last function, we have everything built in, print, sum, range. So that is the thing, okay? And here you can check yourself. If I'll tell you that these are the requirements, so then you can program accordingly. But you will be not able to test yourself here, okay? And this platform is to learn more, okay? To learn more, to gain more. So you can just test yourself because these problems are very basic in nature. So everyone knows in this way or any other way, everyone knows uh, the answers for these particular questions, means the programming for these questions. But the problem is that are you using an efficient way? That is the main important thing. Or what approach you are using. If you are trying to use it in a different approach, so if I am using a different approach, so you can learn from that, okay? So that is the main motive of this live session. So because of that, I have just not giving you the requirements and all, okay? If I'll come up with some that kind of series, no, where I'll try to solve that kind of problems, which will be little complex and advanced. So there I'll totally mention you that what you have to do, what you don't need to do, okay? Just like in the last live session, no, means in the last series, or where I have told you that 100 Python loop interview questions. In that, I was explaining the question also. Okay, so yeah, okay, got your point. Okay, thank you, brother. So now, guys, factorial of a number. So we have to find the factorial of a number. Okay, now let's first of all uh, set the number whose factorial we want. Okay. And for those of you who don't know what is a factorial is, it is a mathematical term where what we do, we have a range. Suppose we have to find a factorial for a particular number. Let's say, for example, if it is the number is 5. So factorial of 5 will be the continuous multiplication of the previous numbers, okay, till 1. Suppose if I want the factorial of 5, so what I have to do, I have to multiply 5 with 4, then the resultant of 5 into 4 with 3, then with 2, and then with 1. Okay. And whatever the end result I'll get by doing all the multiplications. Okay. then whatever the end result will be, that will be the factorial of that particular number. Okay, this is what I explain in simple terms. The definition could say something different, but in simple terms, what is a factorial? So this is a factorial. Okay, kindly here also explain the question, please. Yeah, sure, brother. Sure, I'll explain it. So so what we have to do, finding the factorial. So now I hope you have understood what you have to do. Okay, so what is a factorial? Now you have to find a factorial of a number. So first of all, take the number. Let's say if it is a 5, so store the number in some variable 5, and then you have to calculate the factorial by continuous multiplication. So you need to use one more variable. Okay, so name the variable as fact or whatever you want. Just do it. Okay, 120. Correct, brother. 120 is going to be the answer for the factorial of 5. Now, fact equals to 1. Then simple. What you have to do? You have to do continuous multiplication from 1 to 5. So you can use a loop, you can use a range function. So what we are going to do? Range function 1 n plus 1, so that 5 will be included, and fact multiply equals to I. Okay, come out of the loop, print fact, and here you go. You get 120. If you want to print it, you can print in this manner. You can say factorial. So factorial of 5 is 120. Okay. With this, let's move to the next problem. Problem number 37 on your screen right now. Print multiplication table of a number. Okay. Okay. I feel we have solved this problem. So yeah, I'm sure we have solved this problem. Okay. So, okay, this is one of the duplicate questions. So if we have solved this problem, so now I want that those who have paid attention in the last live session, especially for you guys, now actually if you know, if you have already seen this problem, so I am not going to help you out. You guys will solve it with your own. Correct? Am I right? Okay. So I'll give you a few seconds. Try it. Try to do. Okay. And print the multiplication table till 10 multiples, and one more important thing, print it in that manner: 5 multiplied with 1 equals 5, 5 multiplied with 2 equals 10, like that. Okay, I want it in that manner. Okay, Bus Bye says fact. Okay, multiply equals to 1 means fact equals to fact into 1. Okay, it's not 1, it's I. It's not 1, it's I. Yeah, actually, if you change the one to I, so it means that only, yes. In Python, these are also special assignment operators. Okay. So in Python, you get some extra assignment operators also. Okay. It is also called as a sorted technique in some other programming languages. But in Python, they are treated as an operator. Okay. And they comes in the category of assignment operator. So you got this kind of operators for, I guess, I feel for every arithmetic operator. So you have plus equals, you have minus equals also, you have multiplication equals, you have division equals, you have integer division equals, you have modulus equals. So you have, yeah, for almost for every arithmetic operator, you have this assignment operator. Okay, which just continuously does its thing. Fact equals to fact into I. Kindly try to explain a little bit whatever you're typing every time, because it helps us remember things. Yes, yes, brother, I do that thing. Okay. So with this problem number 37, see, first of all, you have to select which for which number you want the table. So let's say you want the table for 19. Okay, that's good. Then till what multiples you want your table. So let's say I've told you to till 10 multiples. Okay, so for I in range, starting from 1 till 10 multiples, so I'll make it 11. Okay, and then whatever the rest of the things we have to do, we'll do it inside the print function. So first of all, because we need to use multiple variables, so it will be convenient for us to use f string. What is f string? F string is a type of formatted string in Python, which can be used to format your particular sentence very nicely. Okay, so you can use variables. Okay, if you have multiple variables, so you can use multiple variables very efficiently. Okay, so now let's see how you will do it. So you have to print it in that manner. Okay, in that structure, 5 or let's say 19 into 1 equals 19 in that manner. So what you will do, first of all, n. Okay, nx I, because I is going to be the number who is going to be iterate, that is going to be I is the loop variable who's going to be changed from 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, each time it's going to be changed. So I, and then we have to multiply n with I so that we will get our output. Let me execute this. You will get your multiplication table. 19x means 19 into 1 is 19, 2, 38, 19 into 3, 57, and so on till 10 multiples. So 19 into 10, 190. You can you can do what? You can change the multiples. If you want till 20 multiples, you can go ahead. Okay. For the table, you can take a integer, means you can take an input, a user input. So each time a user enters a number, you get a number, means you get a multiplication table for that number. Okay. So yeah, this is how this works. With that, we'll move to the next problem. Problem number 38. That will be for reverse a number using loop. Okay. Using a loop. So guys, what you have to do, you will be given a number. So let me just give you a number. Let's say your number is 1234. Okay, or it can be some other number also. It's not necessary that this is the number. Let's say any random number like this. Okay, but it will be difficult to just reverse the number and understand that this is the reverse exact value or not. So that's why I will just try to take a very simple number, so that if the reverse of this number happens, so we can clearly see that okay, this is the reverse or not. Okay, so we can evaluate. So let's say our number is 1234. Okay, so 1234, this is our number. Now what we want to do the reverse of this number, so that we should get 4321, 4321. Okay, so for that, you guys have to write the code. Okay, and remember, you have to use the loops. Okay, so you will need to use loops here. Now what should be the ideal approach? Okay, I'll leave it to you guys. Try to do it. I'll give you a few seconds. Then if not, then I'm there. I'm obviously going to help you out. Okay. Okay, let me uh, I feel that those of you know this, you will already have started writing the code. So I'll also start writing the code. Okay. And those of you don't know it, for you guys, um, okay, listen it out. I'll explain it fully, what you have to do, what not. So first of all, you have the number with you. So you will do what? You will need to have one more extra variable, and you will initialize that variable to 0. Why? So that you need that extra variable. The reason behind this is basically this is be your original number. Okay, so this is going to be your original number. So in this we cannot make the changes, so we need one more extra variable, and whatever the reverse order, whatever the things we are going to do at the end, we will be storing it in reverse. So this variable is going to be the end result. Okay, so that's why whatever the reversing we will do, we'll store it in this reverse, or let's say rev. Okay, short form I've taken rev, so that I should not fully have to write reverse. So yeah, and then after this, now it is kind of a initialization. Why I call it as an initialization? Because I'm going to use a while loop. Why while loop? Why not for loop? See, with while loop, it becomes very easy to do that because while loop works on a condition basis, but not for loop. For loop in Python is especially optimized to work with especially the data structures, the range functions, the strings. So because of that, while loop will be most suitable here, because in while loop, I can give a condition that while n is greater than 0. So this condition makes sure that our loop will be continued only till in n there is some value. The moment in n it will be 0, means n will be 0, the loop will stop at that moment. Okay, so that's why we have given the condition. Okay, that's very nice. Then what next, what we are going to do, the next thing is that we have to uh, think in a such a way that if you do like this, if suppose 1 2 3 4 is there, and we'll start dividing by 10. Okay, if we'll start dividing by 10 and we will store the remainder, so we can extract the last number. Okay, the last digit. So let's say if we have 1 2 3 4, so for that kind of particular thing we'll write the code. How in code we can write it? So in code we'll write like this: rev equals to rev into 10, okay, plus n modulus 10. Okay, now this particular line will be responsible, first of all, whatever the current rev will be, it will multiply 10 in that. Okay, because we have to remember the places also. Okay, till what places it is there, once 10 ones place, 10th place, 100 place, 1000 place. Okay, so you have to remember that too. So because of that we need to do this first. We have to multiply uh, the current rev with 10. So for the first iteration, okay, for the first iteration, rev is 0. Okay, so 0 multiplied with 10, it will give you 0. That's very obvious. Okay, but this part is going to execute. So n is 1 2 3 4. Okay, and I'll show you one thing, then it will be more easy for you guys. Okay, let's say 1 2 3 4 modulus 10. What should be the output? Okay, so you see, whenever you do 1 2 3 4 modulus 10, okay, means when you try to extract the remainder, so you get the last number, the last digit. Okay, so on, if I'll do it like this: 1 2 3 modulus 10, so you'll get 3 now. Then again, if I'll do the same thing, and if I'll decrement 1 2, so I'll get 2. Then again with 1 I'll get 1. So when I'll do it with 1, okay, let's say with 1, so I'll get 1, and now that number will be 0 because we have extracted 1 from it. Okay, now you can understand from this. Okay, but one important thing what we are doing in this particular cells is, each time we are decrementing the number, means once 4 is extracted, so we don't need 4 anymore, so we need to remove the 4 also. But here in this code, we are not removing 4. Okay, means we are not removing the last digit after extracting it, so we need to do that too. So for that, then there is the next line, that n integer division equals to n 10. Okay, now this will do what? I'll again show you. I'll do the same thing: 1 2 3 4 integer division 10. Okay, so you can see first is extracted 4, and then it this line, the second line, removed 4. Okay, so same thing will be done for every line. Okay, because at that end we need to remove the numbers also, no, so that at the end we should get 4 0, then only the condition will be false, otherwise it will be infinite. loop and it will be executing continuously. So we don't want that. So we need to remove the numbers also. Okay. So simple logic is here. 4 will be extracted, 4 will be put in the ref, and then 4 will be removed from here. Then again with 3, the same process will happen. Then with 2, then with 1, and at the end, n will be 0. When n will be 0, so n will be not greater than 0. So condition will be false and will come out of it. Now what we need to do, we need to just simply print ref. Okay. So this is the logic behind it. And when you'll print ref, you will get 4, 3, 2, 1. So simple. Okay. It's as simple as that. So now I feel you guys don't need these cells. So I'll just delete these cells. Okay. Now I feel you guys have understood. Okay, in the chat I can see Bus Babai has says we can use for reverse colon minus one. Yes, brother, you are correct. You can use the technique you are mentioning. It is slicing. Okay, so let me just tell you, slicing is only present in either you can use it in list or in strings. Okay, means where indexing is allowed, at those places only you can use slicing. Okay, so you cannot use it in a number because in a number there is no slicing because in a number there is no indexing because it is an integer value. So in integer value, it's not like a string. If it will be a string, if it will be like this, okay, if it will be like this, then you can use it. And remember the problem, okay, remember the problem. What the problem says, reverse a number using a loop. So clearly it is mentioned that you have to use a loop. So that's why I go with this approach. Otherwise, there is one more approach that is convert the n. Let's say str1 equals to str n. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll convert the n and then print str1 colon minus 1 like this. Okay. Didn't work because we have, okay, because in n now there is no value. So because of that, so I need to do what? I need to n equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So this approach you can follow it, but we have to use loops. So that's why this approach is not valid here. Okay. When it will be mentioned to use this approach, then you can use this approach. But because it has clearly mentioned that you have to use loops, so we'll follow that approach. With that said, we'll move to the next problem. That is problem number 39 on your screen. So problem number 39 will be for count digits. Okay. Count digits in a number. So let's say if you have a number with you, okay. So I'll take one number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say this is the number and you have to count how many digits are there in this number. Okay. So we can count that there are total 5 digits, but you have to count it using by writing codes. So then how you'll do it. Okay. Okay. I'll give you hints for this problem. Most of the things will be same like the previous one, like the problem number 38. Most of the things. I'm not saying totally it will be same, but most of the things. Okay. So try to solve it out. If not, then I'm there. I will help you. Okay. Murari says slicing. Welcome back, Murari. Uh, Murari says that it is slicing. Yeah, correct. It was slicing. Okay, then Basbabai says, okay, cool. Yes, brother. Cool. Okay. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and your seconds are over, guys. Okay. So now let me just write the code. So those who have already started, you can match with my answer, or you can match the code also. If it will be same, it's good. If it is not same, so you can see my code and you can learn from it. And if your code is more better than my code, so please go ahead in the chat and let me know also, because I can also learn from you guys. Okay, it's not that you will always learn. If you know some better approach, please let me know. So guys, now You have the number with you, and now you have to count the digits. So you have the number. So first of all, I have already told you, whenever you have something called as count, numbers, and all. So first of all, create one variable called as count, okay, in which you are going to store your count, okay. Then what you need to do, while n is greater than 0, okay, I've told you that most of the things will be same. While n is greater than equals to 0, do what? Count plus equals to 1, increment count by 1, and then do what? Decrement the number, okay. So when you get one number, count, then decrement that number, then again count plus 1, then decrement, then 1, and it will work until the n becomes 0, because we are in each iteration we are just removing one number. In each, we are removing one digit. In each iteration we are removing one digit. So at the end we'll get 0, and count will store all the count. So come out of this, okay, come out of the loop and just print count, and you will get your total count of digits. So 5, so 5 is the count, okay. If I'll give some, okay, I can't give alphabet. If I'll give some numbers, so it can give me, okay, so total 14 digits are there. So is that simple. Means this logic was same, logic was same, and decrementation logic was same, okay. In place of just reverse, we just did count, okay, we just incremented. That's it. Okay, with this we'll move to the next problem, and probably the last problem for this live session, okay. Problem number 40 on your screen, that will be to find the sum of digits of a number, okay, digits of a number. Now this problem states that, okay, if you have a number, let's say if you have a number 1 2 3, so what you have to do, you have to add those digits of that number, okay. So let's say if it is 1 2 3, so you need to have 3 2 5 plus 1 6, so the resultant will be 6, okay. So this is what you need to do. You need to sum the digits individually of any number and give the result, okay, the sum. Okay, the logic of this problem is also pretty much similar, okay, pretty much similar, or I'll say almost similar, just one line will be changed. Okay, so this is the latest hint which I'm giving you for this problem. That is, only one line will be changed from the previous problem. Otherwise, everything is going to be same. Okay, guys, your seconds are running out. Okay, I feel guys, you guys are learning. Okay, the main motive is that you guys are learning, and side by side you are just doing it. Okay, you're doing it. That's why I give the time. Otherwise, I can tell you that please pause it and go forward. But I want to make it very interactive so that if you faces any problem, so you can just let me know in the chat. Okay. That is the main reason of being live. Otherwise, I can record it and I can upload it. I can do that also. But interaction is the main thing. Okay. And by interacting only, you guys also feel that, okay, you are exactly learning from a teacher. So you guys can feel like that. So if you guys are facing problem in any one of the questions, okay, in any one of the place, so just go ahead and ask. Okay. Now with that said, I'll do what? I'll show you what you have to do it. Okay. So first of all, take one variable, initialize it with 0, and this variable will be responsible because this variable is going to be what which you are going to return. So this variable will be the resultant. Okay. So whatever the total sum will be, we are going to store it in S. Okay. Then what I told you, everything will be same. So n will be condition in the while loop will be n greater than 0. So it will work only the n value is greater than 0. Otherwise, it will not work. Okay, means condition will be false. So loop will not continue. Then next line, what we have to do? We have to do continuous sum, and we have to store this continuous sum on a variable called as s, which we have already created and we have initialized it to 0 earlier. So we do what? Plus equals s plus equals. Okay, so that s equals to s plus, and what you have to do means with whom you have to do the sum. So with the last digit, okay, with the last digit you have to do the sum first. So let's say 1 to 3. If 1 to 3 is the value, so first you will add 3 in the sum, then you will add 2, then you will add 1. So you will get your result. So you need to extract. So for extraction, what is the code? For extraction, this is the code: n modulus 10. Okay, if any number you divide it with 10 and you store the remainder, so you get the last digit of that number. Okay, so you get the last digit, so here you will get 3. But after you have extracted 3 and after you have added the 3 in s, you what do you need to do? You need to add, oh sorry, not add, remove it. Okay, remove it from n. Or if you not remove it, what will happen? It will be always there. Means 1, 2, 3, 3 is added, but again 3 will come. So it will be an infinite process because n will never be 0 then. So it will go on infinite loop. So we don't want that. So then incrementation or decrementation is very necessary in while loop. So while loop works on three fundamentals. Initialization, first you need to initialize it with some value. Then condition is there, and then incrementation or decrementation is there. Okay, you need to either increment or decrement, otherwise it will went on an infinite loop. So s plus equals to n modulus 10. This will give you the last digit. Then you have to remove that last digit also. So we know the code for that. Okay, we know the formula for that. N integer division equals to 10, and there you go. You have the sum. So 6 is the sum. You will get 6. You have to just come out of the loop and print s. You will get 6. Okay, so this is how this works. Okay. Uh, Roman Carter says update iteration so it uses the value of the number. Yeah, that is the thing. Update iteration. That what I just wanted to meant. Okay, I just told you that update, increment, decrement. Okay, increment, decrement are means I'm trying to say increment, decrement as in the update only. Okay, so you have to update the iteration also, because at the end you need to satisfy the condition. If it will not satisfy the condition, so the while loop will go on in infinite. That we don't want. And with while loop, this is the major problem. People get confused on, and people directly went on an infinite loop. This is a major problem. Okay, in the condition they forgot to do the incrementation or decrementation, the initialization part. These are the main things where people do mistake. That's why people try to avoid a while loop in some other programming languages where for loop is not optimized. Okay, yeah, that is the hidden part, but yeah, it is true. So that's it, everyone. uh, that brings us to the end of today's live session. This will be continued, okay, in other live sessions. So today we just continued our 100 Python fundamental practice problems series and successfully solved problems up to question number 40. So that is a great consistency. In the second day we are at the 40th problem. So step by step we are building a very strong foundations in Python. So don't forget, real learning happens when you practice on your own. Okay, so after this session I want you guys to go back and revise. Okay, how you will revise it? Pick few problems. Okay, not like, not any problem, the problems which you have solved. Okay, pick few problems, try solving them again without looking at the solution. Okay, that will be very beneficial. If you will not look out it, and you will just directly try to solve it with your own. That's the only thing how you're going to improve your logic and the coding efficiency. Okay, so one small request: if this session helped you, if you liked, okay, so make sure to share with your friends who are learning, especially those who are learning Python or struggling with basics. Okay, and that's it. If you enjoyed the session, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Okay, and thank you so much for joining today's live session and making this session so interactive. It just means a lot. Okay. I really appreciate you guys, those who are watching continuously and trying to learn. Okay. That keeps me motivating to come up daily live and take sessions like this. Okay. So keep practicing, keep improving. I'll see you in the next live session where we'll continue from problem number 41 onwards. Okay. So until then, keep coding, stay consistent, learn Python. Thank you. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.